AM 1160. Good morning and thanks for being with us. I want to look at AccuWeather and find out just what the weekend is going to be like. Friday, there is a chance of some showers, but partly sunny. Same deal on Saturday, partly sunny, a chance of some showers. Sunday, it looks like a sunny day. Temperature is going to be up around the 80-degree mark. Not so bad when you're thinking about something like, say, the Newman sale. Let's talk about that this morning. The Newman Used Book Sale is back. Our conversation with Crystal Deemer and Janet May, brought to you this morning by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning, Todd. Thanks for having us.
It is our pleasure. Good to have you back with us here today. You are the co-chairs of what has become more than just an annual event. It's an annual tradition, isn't it?
It seems to be, yeah.
It sure is. We've had a lot of people looking forward to it being back.
Yeah. So we think about all of the different events that are scheduled every year, these great annual events, and the Newman sale certainly is that, and how the pandemic affected the Newman sale last year. We're not even going to think about it, let alone talk about it. We want to talk about what's coming up this weekend instead. So let's go over, first of all, the bare bones of it. This event has been how long?
This is the 53rd year.
53
and we
years.
did count last year because we had a little tiny sale.
Yeah, but it was a sale.
It was a sale.
It was a sale. So it was a bit abbreviated, if you will.
Quite.
Yeah. So this year's, of course, the most important information to get out this morning is the when and the where. For folks who don't know where it traditionally is held and when, I think that we're pretty well on board again, as usual, right?
We are pretty much on board as usual. And this year, it's this coming Friday, September the 17th, from 4 to 9. Saturday, September the 18th, from 9 a.m. to 5:45. And then on Sunday, the 19th, from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Are there big changes from the past and due to the pandemic or any other factors?
Not big changes. We tried to keep the layout pretty much the same because that's the way the customers like it. But we tried to space the tables out some more. And then the tent company, due to the pandemic, had some trouble getting enough staff to give us the huge tent that we usually have. And they gave us two smaller ones, shorted us 20 feet in the tent. But that changed a little bit of the configuration, but I think people will find it pretty much the same.
Still got them in there, and there's still plenty of room for people to move about and feel safe.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. That's tremendous news. And I understand that credit and debit cards now are a part of the Newman sale?
Credit and debit cards have been happening the last two full sales, so this will be the third one we're running that with, yes.
Terrific. So we know about the Newman sale, and we'll talk some more about what you actually find at the Newman sale. But I think it's really important that folks understand what the Newman sale does for the St. Thomas More Center and how it benefits so many people.
Well, excuse me, it is used for, the profits are used for a variety of different things for the church, but it also helps keep the church in the black.
Yeah, it keeps it up and keeps the doors open, keeps the lights turned on.
We've had our pre-say this year, too. They want to devote a good bit of it to campus ministry. And since we are the university presence on campus, to try to pull things in for the kids over there, especially all the help that they give us. Yesterday at setup, we had over 80 IUP students come to help us move those thousands of boxes of books to the tent and to the church lounge. We had the football team, the men's and women's basketball team, the lacrosse players are coming next Sunday for cleanup. Cross country was there yesterday, and the Honors College kids were there yesterday, and will be there throughout the week helping us organize the books.
Yeah, it's not just a sort of an open the doors type of thing. That takes a lot to get this thing rolling.
Yes, it does. And amazingly enough, I had at least 2, if not 3 people over the weekend as we were parking for church come and think we were open already.
Oh, yeah. They're not still standing in line, are they, Crystal?
No, they got the right times and dates, and they'll be back.
Okay, that's good to know.
We also had some come trying to drop off books, and we had to politely decline that because we have pre-sorted these books up to this point. So we're
Yeah.
asking everybody to hold off for next year's sale if they have any books.
Yeah, that's one of the things about this sale is it is highly organized. You might look at it and say, wow, just look at all those books. How could that be organized in any way? But it really is, isn't it?
That's why it takes us a week to get it that way.
Yeah, and it takes you a year to get to the point where you have a week to go.
Right.
Yeah, so
Speaking of which, we start taking again in January
in January.
for the donations.
Yeah, as always. All right, so for folks who don't know the format of the sale itself, books are sectioned according to topic, and they're really cheap, aren't they?
They are. We do have a little bit of a change with that this year.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday, since it's our best selection, our hardbacks are going to be $2 and our softbacks will be $1.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday, we're going with a half-price book day where the hardbacks will be $1 and the softbacks will be 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
And I think our regular customers will recognize that as our regular prices. Then Sunday, we go to that tote bag sale.
Sure.
And this year, our tote bags are $10, but we have big tote bags
Oh,
this
yeah?
year. Yeah.
So you can fill them up.
Fill them up, and all the books you can put in there on Sunday are free.
Wonderful, wonderful. And can folks bring their own totes? I know because people like to do that too.
They can bring their own totes. What we will do is we'll have normal grocery size bags, and the grocery size bags this year are $5. We'll figure out how many will fit into their tote bag, and that will be what the fee will be.
Mm-hmm. And I mentioned the books themselves. It's not just books, of course. There are other things.
We have games and puzzles and video games, and there are vinyl albums, CDs, DVDs.
There's a few audio books.
A few audiobooks, yeah. That's why I was looking. I couldn't remember what was still there.
Yeah.
And we do have a room of special items, which could be kids' collectible books,
Mm-hmm.
older books that you haven't seen before. I believe they were showing me there was an old German book,
Uh-huh.
but it's got an IUP cover that dates back probably to at least the 70s.
How about that? How about that? And of course the antiquities room is it's pretty amazing to go in there and just experience that and see just what people have helped you with in order to make this sale a success. It's an extremely anticipated event, probably as highly anticipated as any event that is held through the course of a year is the Newman sale. And that says a lot, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I think after the pandemic, people were just really looking forward to getting back to normal and missed it. We've heard, I need books to read. I've read everything that I have being stuck at home this past year.
Yeah, I can imagine that probably a lot of people didn't realize that the books they got in 2019, for a lot of them, they'd had to last them for a couple of years. So
Longer than usual.
It is going to be some event coming up. And for folks who don't know about parking at the Newman sale, that's a very highly orchestrated thing as well, isn't it?
It sure is. On Friday, it does get a little bit tight, and we have a police officer come to sort of help guide the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
When our parking lot fills up, we will direct people over to the IUP parking garage. They can park on the 4th floor there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the local people have figured out the places where they can park. And then Saturday and Sunday parking is usually fairly easy.
Yeah. I always make it over on Saturday morning right after Coach's Corner program. And there's still plenty of selection. I think that's it's important to point that out. Saturday and Sunday, if you don't get there Friday when the mad rush gets underway, Saturday and Sunday, there's plenty for you to get there.
It's amazing on Friday evening when we see how much we sold, and then we look and think, where were those books at? Because the tables still look full.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It really is amazing to go through. But people, even in this day and age, they want DVDs, they want CDs, in addition to their favorite books. I know that one of the biggest sections and most visited sections and gone over sections is the cookbook section.
Yes.
People love those.
Yes, and they are, once again, inside the church lounge, along with the novels, the teens and children's, the media, which would be the vinyl records and CDs and stuff, and the antique room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or specials room.
Yeah. Now, so for people who want to line up on Friday, is there a limit on how soon they can begin lining up, like this afternoon or anything like that?
We will have someone, we sort of time at when he will be there. He's usually about 8 o'clock in the morning to start the line for us.
Yeah.
And you have a dozen people by noon, and then by 4 o'clock we have quite the line.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, the hours for the Newman sale are Friday from 4 to 9, Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5:45 p.m., Sunday from 10:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. And that's an earlier start time, isn't it?
It is
It
an
is.
earlier start time this year.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So it's more opportunity for folks to go in and
Absolutely.
experience the Newman sale. And if you've not experienced it before, Crystal, you know you've been involved in this for 1,000 years, just like a whole bunch of people, that it really is something else.
It is, and actually, let me make a note on, you mentioned about the line and everything. The first person in line, when we started at 4, the last person in line will get in about 10 after. So it does not take long to get dispersed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You zip through.
Yes,
You zip through because people, there's so much there.
correct.
And B, even with this year's limitations, there's still plenty of space. So people spread out quickly, and they'll make beeline for their most anticipated section, the one they want to visit most. But then they'll spend a good bit of time there too. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in and visiting with us. We're looking forward to this week's Newman sale.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having us.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.